Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about A River Runs Through It. And this movie came out in 1992, and it's on Netflix right now. And I decided to watch it just because it kind of looked like something that I might like. Maybe not. I didn't know. And I thought it was fine. The entire time while I was watching it, I was just kind of waiting for something interesting to happen or waiting to really take away something from it, like have it offer me something I've never seen before, or something that is unique, or even if it's not unique, something that's very well done that I can remember, but not in this movie. My issue with the movie would be its characters, and the story that it chooses is not that interesting. And I like what is going on with Brad Pitt's character. I find him the most interesting out of everyone. And there are some interesting side plots, and I'm calling them side plots instead of subplots because they're kind of just off to the side. They're mentioned, but they're never developed. And they don't spend any time developing them, and it's just this is happening, and it just cuts right through because it's not about that. It's about a guy, our main character, Norman, who is just walking around, spending time with his family, friends, and that's it. And he's kind of conflicted on what does he want to do, kind of, maybe. And he sees this girl that he likes, and he wants to get together with her, and some other stuff happens, I guess, kind of. And this whole movie, basically nothing happens. For the first hour of the movie, literally nothing happened. And the only things that happen is that our main character goes to college. He comes back from college, and he sees a girl that he likes named Jessie, and he kind of wants to be with her. He kind of spends time with his brother fishing, and our main character doesn't like his girlfriend's brother because he visits out of town and he's just drunk. And that segment lasted for like 5-10 minutes at most. And that's the whole movie. Those are the only few things that happen in the movie, and it's so boring. And I was not invested in these characters at all because, like I've said, they're not that interesting. And whenever something interesting happens, it just doesn't develop it, and you're just left wondering, why didn't you develop that? Why can't we see things that are those things instead of what we're being shown? It's like you've chosen to give us the least interesting story and main character out of everyone that we go through. And it's just so disappointing to me that this is what I have to sit through. This is what they chose to go with, and there isn't really much to talk about when it comes to like what happens in the plot, and the music it doesn't really add anything to my experience, and it was just a bland movie. And I guess the only other thing to talk about really is my experience while watching it. And I was watching it on Netflix, and I was just so bored with it that I just watched it at 1.5 times speed just to get through it. And it's 2 hours long, and it so does not need to be 2 hours long. Or even a feature film. It can just be a short film, and it would be much, much better. But on its own, it doesn't earn its runtime. It doesn't give you a reason to care. It doesn't really deserve much attention, and I was just bored, and I didn't connect with it in any way. And once we get to the last 30 minutes of the movie, it's just the most predictable thing you could ever create. And I was not surprised by what happened. And they made it just so obvious what they were setting up. It was so obvious. And I'm so disappointed that the movie chose to go in the way that it did. And the ending of this movie is not earned. And without spoiling anything, I just didn't like it at all. I thought the performances were good in the movie, but it's just the story and the writing and the characters that do nothing for me. And I can't even say this movie is super repetitive, really. it's not really a fair criticism because when I say repetitive, it's just the same thing happening over and over again and nothing new is added. This movie, it's just nothing happening over and over again. In each scene that we go through, like nothing happened in this scene, nothing happens in this scene, nothing happens in this scene. And finally, something happens towards the end. I'll give it a little bit of credit for having something happening at the end, but once you get to the end, it's still not great, really. And that's about all I have to say about A River Runs Through It. It's a nothing movie. I didn't like it, and nothing happened. I didn't care about what was going on, and unfortunately, I cannot recommend that you check this movie out. I don't think it's that great. And with all that being said, I'm going to give A River Runs Through It a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of A River Runs Through It, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Girl Interrupted. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.